Well, hi there everyone and welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Today's recipe is for a mix in a jar. And this is something that people have requested for a long time and I'm just now getting around to it. I call it a cream of soup, cream of whatever, cream of anything. It can become anything you need it to be. Today I'm going to show you how to do a cream of chicken soup as well as a cream of mushroom soup. And these are so delicious, you might just want to eat them on their own, but I'm going to show you the big batch mix and then I'll prepare what would be the equivalent of 1 can of like something you would find in the grocery store. Only these are going to have a lot better ingredients. They're going to have a lot better flavor, and I think you're really going to appreciate this recipe. I hope so, at least. You'll need to start with a large bowl. I used a medium one and I immediately regretted it. Okay, so a good amount of our instant milk is going to go in here. That's 1 3/4 cups. And by the way, this is going to give you the equivalent of like 7 cans of cream of something soup. All right, we need some heavy cream powder for a little richness. That butter powder gives it really nice flavor. I'm telling you, you could eat this on its own. It's very good. Now you'll need some sort of a thickener. So you can either use cornstarch or arrowroot starch. A good amount of chicken bouillon is going to go in here and give it great flavor. I do like the texture of the chopped onions, the freeze-dried chopped onions. And then you need some sort of an umami powder. You can order that on Amazon, but it's basically just mushroom powder, so I just powder my own mushrooms. Now, as far as seasonings go, you can add whatever kind of seasonings you prefer. This is pretty generic, a little oregano, some thyme and parsley, and then I've got salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of paprika. And I just think this combination of seasonings goes well with pretty much any recipe that you might want to add this to. So the idea here is you can make up this mix, and anytime you have a recipe that calls for a can of soup, you will be able to use this instead. You just give it a really good mix, make sure all those ingredients are combined, and then you can store it in any kind of an airtight container. It all fits in that 1 quart size jar. So here is our mix, and you can store that on your pantry shelf. And I love having this mix on hand, just ready and waiting for any time I might need it. And whenever you need a can of this soup, it's very easy to prepare, really quick to do. So get out a pot for your stovetop, and this is the base recipe. This makes the equivalent of 1 can of a cream of something soup. So 1/3 cup mix, 2 to 3 tablespoons of whatever your add-in is going to be. I'm showing you cream of chicken here. That's freeze-dried chicken that I'm going to put in here. You could do mushrooms, you could do celery, you could do asparagus or broccoli, whatever it is you want to make it a cream of whatever soup. You'll need just a couple tablespoons of that add-in, and then you'll need a cup of water. So here I go. I'm adding my little powdered chicken. I was doing that for another recipe. Anyway, I just used the extra in this recipe. Okay, there goes 1 cup of water. And then it's really simple. You bring it to a boil over about medium-high heat, something like that. Just bring it to a boil. Once you've reached a boil, you can turn down your heat to about a medium-low, and you need to whisk and cook for like 2 minutes, and that's it. Then it's ready. It will have thickened up at that point in time, and it will be ready to use in whatever recipe you want to use it in. So I'm going to make a different version. This one is going to be cream of mushroom. It's my favorite. And I just went to the bottom of my mushroom can and I got kind of the powdery bits at the bottom, the small bits. If you like larger bits, put that in there. But just 2 or 3 tablespoons of whatever you're going to put in. And then 1 cup of water. Again, just showing you the same recipe, but for the cream of mushroom. Stir it, bring it to a boil, and then whisk for a couple of minutes as it thickens and as it cooks. And that's all there is to it. It's the whole process is less than 5 minutes, and you'll have a cream of soup that tastes way better than anything you could ever buy at the grocery store. So I just refrigerated both of those in those little ramekins, and I wanted to show you. That's the cream of chicken. You can see the little bitty bits of chicken in there. And this is the cream of mushroom. They get really a lot thicker and kind of, I don't know, gelatinous, kind of like the ones from the can will get, but they're so delicious. I'm going to show you my 1-minute lunch. I call it my 1-minute lunch because it takes like 1 minute to put it together. That's just maybe a quarter of a cup of our freeze-dried broccoli. And I just put some hot water in it. I heated some water in a mug in the microwave. And that will be refreshed in like 1 minute. So yeah, that's easy. This is just some chicken that I was refreshing for another recipe I'm testing. Those are our chicken slices, but you could use rotisserie chicken or leftover grilled chicken from last night, whatever you have that's cooked chicken. And then here's that instant rice, that shelf-stable rice. I'm going to add some of my cream of mushroom soup to it. I added a little bit at the beginning. I end up adding the rest of it because I really love this soup, y'all. It's so good. Okay, now in goes the broccoli that I had refreshed. And I'm just going to add some grated cheese. That is Colby Jack that I had in my fridge. And you just stir this up. This is like the cheater, easiest version of chicken broccoli rice casserole that you've ever done. But y'all, it's so good. There I go, adding the rest of that cream of mushroom just because it's so tasty and I like it pretty saucy. All I'm going to do there is get it really nice and mixed and then add some more cheese to the top of it and then toss that in the microwave. I microwaved that for 1.5 minutes and then my lunch was ready. It's so fast and it's so delicious. It's ridiculously good. I think everybody could probably appreciate having this kind of mix on hand. All right, guys, I will leave the full recipe in the description box below. I do that for all my recipes in case you want to try and make it at home. I'll also leave my shopping link just in case you want to pick up any of the Thrive Life ingredients I used in this recipe. I'll also include my website where you can pick up a copy of my ebook. I've written a cookbook, 112 pages of a cookbook with a bunch of meal in a jar recipes in there. It gets great reviews. I hope you will consider owning that. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Please hit the like button if you enjoy my content. That helps YouTube to know it's a good video. And then consider subscribing if you haven't already. God bless you. Hope you have a fantastic day. And until next time, y'all take care and keep thriving.